What's up, Witchlings? Hey, would you guys like to do some art with me today? I decided that to keep all of my notes, which are all over the place and in 5 different notebooks, I decided to keep them all together in one bullet journal for witches. I would say like it's kind of like a book of mirrors. It's like a planner. It's where I mix the mundane with the magical, a little more magical than mundane. Mostly because my mundane life is just like regular work mostly, and then some housework. But I find housework to be magical. Meh. Either way, this is the cover. It's going to be a little art project. You guys could easily do this. It was super easy, but I'm going to do a voiceover for you. So, thank you for coming. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, so I started out with, I did have on the front of the notebook, I put some gesso down, which is kind of like, I don't know, you can buy it at the store, like Michael's or whatever, but it kind of helps to keep the paint from like getting absorbed into the paper too bad, especially with paper that's not made for paint. And then I also put some washi tape down to, or just any old tape will do, to keep an area white so that I can put my label there. Next, I looked up like a little picture online of kind of like a painted galaxy. And basically, like, I just got some really cheap, hey, my kitty, that's Indy. I've got some really cheap paints I got from Target. It's the cat. I got some really cheap paints they're watercolor paints from Target. And I just did some pink, some purple, and blue. And then I just put like black around the edges, but it kind of like mixed with the blue, which I think looks pretty sweet. So, oh, and then another thing I did is I added some salt that helped protect the book. And then I kind of like flicked some extra paint on at the end. I will say the salt was a super cool method, and I think like it turned out super cool. So highly recommend add salt. And here's kind of what it does. It like pulls the paint to it, and it adds little pools, which I think looks so cool and galaxy-like. And also just salt in general. Hey kitty, what's up, Indy? Salt in general is just so cool for protection. This was Himalaya salt. You can see it's kind of pink. And I think it kind of adds to the amping of love just because I like the color correspondence of Himalaya salt. So I let this all dry, and then like I got the salt off once it was dried. Like that was really annoying. So getting the salt off, I did have to like scrape it quite a bit, like with my hands once it was dried. But I don't know, it just took a little bit of time. It put some of my energy in it too. If you couldn't see my jug there, that's the water I'm using for this is my rainwater. So I like to use some more of the water from the earth. So I mixed some of the rainwater now with some white and silver paint to try to add little stars to the galaxy. I started with like diluting the paint and flicking it on the page, but then I ended up just like drawing stars. I did see another like Pinterest art that really inspired me on this. They didn't do the background was just like black or something, but the ink work I'm gonna do after this. Oh hey Andy. The ink work I'm gonna do after this is really inspired by that. So obviously I didn't get the edge very well on it, but I kind of like how it worked. Next, I kind of like looked up a font online and did a sample of it. I started out in pencil, and then I used ink, which was really scary because I'm not great at ink. Raven's got stuff to say. But yeah, so I used some purple ink here because I love purple, and I think it works really good with the galaxy. And I like how the font I chose makes it look like really sketchy, which I guess is the point because it's a sketchbook of shadows. Next, I kind of drew out the line here. The drawing that I based it off of was like, I think it was like, what was it? Like a palm reader kind of thing in the middle. And then they had like a moon below, but instead I just kind of made the Book of Shadows the focus. And then I try to put like a bunch of little marks with this gel pen. Look at that high definition fur. That cat loves art. But yeah, I just like did a ton of little marks, and I really should have probably not pushed as hard with this pen because I think it kind of makes the ink not stay very well. I did some little clouds. I think the original one they had like dots all over, but I really like hash marks. That's like one of my favorite things to do is putting hashes on everything, hash marks on everything. But yeah, and then I tried for the moon, you can see there, it's really hard to see it. I use some metallic watercolors but it really didn't stand out. So on top, once it dried out, I used some of my jelly marker, or like gel pen. And basically, like, I forgot. Oh, hey, the baby took my pen. The baby wants to be part of this. She keeps taking all of my brushes. Aw, so cute. Aw, my babies, my art baby. She wants to be a part of it. But I am super mom. I art and I baby. But yeah, I just added a lot of little dots all over the place to kind of like help make it look really thick with the white parts. I don't know, I think it turned out pretty cool. I ended up just going crazy eventually, but but I just kind of like just put them everywhere and everywhere eventually because it just wasn't like enough. I just wanted to add more whiteness. I have so much multitasking, I do. I got the cat, I got the baby, she keeps taking my pen. The fight. I eventually let her help me. But yeah, look, it dried out pretty easy. But anyway, this is how it turned out. I think it was super cool. I really, really love how it ended up being, and it really makes me excited every time I want to work in my book. And that's going to be the front page of my bullet journal. Welcome back, it's me, your voice out friend. So yeah, it's Malangle again. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Do you guys have a magical bullet journal? I'm going to show you guys some more of my pages in it if you're interested. There's the baby talking again. Oh, I love you, Witchlings. Thank you so much for watching my video. Did you like the artwork? Are you going to try something like this? It honestly was like really easy. I don't really know that it requires much talent. It's just more like getting a plan and then doing it. It really is the thing. That being said, I am an arty kind of person, so maybe it is hard. I don't know. But hey, thank you so much again for being here. I hope that this was valuable to you. Make sure to protect your own books and come with me next time. Leave a comment about if you like this, if you'd like to see more arty, magic-y videos about art and magic combined. Otherwise, I love you and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye! Click another video here.
I just want to take a picture of our butt.